Neil's slow played the queens from the button here. This is really trappy, and he's flopped the top set.
Check.
What? And Carson John has hit second pair, but then he's got the nut kicker.
Checks, huh?
It's interesting. I think if Channing bets, I wonder if Karsten's plan is to maybe check raise him.
Don't do too much Hollywood, though, Neil. You make your move now. You're either going to check it.
90,000.
I think that's a great bet. I think he's going to get Karsten on the hook.
Neil bets.
Just a little feeler. Of course, we know he's got an absolute monster.
Could Karsten have checked the fold here? I mean, what sort of range does he put Channing on here? This smooth call with the queens is...
Oh, it's worked!
Yeah.
How do I fall for it every time?
Oh, look at listen to the banter.
Jeez.
I knew what you were doing. I was still... Oh!
Don't overdo it now, son.
He has got him sewn up like a kipper.
240. Raise.
240
total.
With the speech play that Channing's given right now, he can't go all in.
The remaining chips, please.
He can't. He's got to call here and see what Carson does on the turn, doesn't he?
That's exactly what I would do. I would just call this. Just call this.
I mean, if Channing does just call here, it'll look like he has a straight draw.
More than 4. Well, less than 450, but more than 4.
This is unbelievable. Neil Channing has played this absolutely like a dream.
But he has to call. Doesn't he have to call?
He should call.
He'll get the rest of the chips if he calls on the turn, won't he?
You'd have to imagine that. I mean, I can't see this hand playing out anywhere else.
54. And you got about 4 behind.
If Neil can somehow pretend that he has a 10 himself, the fact that Carlson has the ace kicker...
I'm all in.
Re-raise all in.
He's moved all in.
All in.
Well, he's trapped Karsten for a lot of chips here, but I feel like he could have gotten them all if he had just called there. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe he's a bit worried about a straight draw, a straight draw hitting Karsten on the turn.
There is a potential flush draw out there as well, Jesse, but I don't think so. You know, when your head's up, you throw the straight draw, you throw the flush draw out the window, you flop top set, and your opponent hits second pair with the nut kicker. He's played it flawlessly, but a little bit questionable here as to whether I would have moved back over the top all in for all this, you know.
It was just that the speech play that Channing gave when Karsten made the check raise was so it doesn't really jibe with the re-raise all in.
That's exactly.
It's a hard story to sell at this point, isn't it?
How do you put the two of those pieces together? It's just, I don't think Carson...
Jeez, look at this pot. It's over $1 million.
I don't know if he's going to be buying what Channing is selling right now, Jess. You're right. You're absolutely right. If he puts the pieces together, he's going to be thinking, why would he be giving me all this blarney about, oh, come on, why do I fall for it this time? La, 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 blah, blah, blah. And then you re-raise me all in. You know, something's not right. Something's not right. I don't feel good about it. I got enough chips here to play on. I'm going to have to fold his hand. Can he put the pieces together? Can he get away from this hand? He's virtually drawing dead if he calls. He'd only be down to just 2%.
Carson's clever enough to figure this out. I mean, he's shown strength by check raising Channing, and now Channing's pushed in. I mean, I know there's $1 million out there, but there's absolutely no way Neil Channing's going to put his tournament on the line bluffing here, is he?
That's it. That's exactly.
It's just not happening.
You know, there's a chance that Carson puts Channing on.
Is it?
You know, maybe like...
Could it be a
Ace
King-Jack?
Queen? Ace Queen with the Queen of Spades. I mean,
I think Neil Channing's your new chip leader. I think Neil Channing is your new chip leader. And what a play he made there with the slow play.
he just goaded him into calling. He goaded him into making that move, and it was beautiful.
Now, poker tournaments aren't just about the poker. Most of the time they are, of course, but usually there's other sorts of action going down too. Unfortunately, like some people, I've got to get back to work, so I can't spend my time enjoying myself.
Well, if you don't want to be baby, don't shake my shake, 'cause I ain't up to you, honey. You're running up with me.
this is great. I mean, the buzz here, look at the crowd around the place. I mean, every time we look around the room, we're thinking in the World Series.
As a spectacle, this has been absolutely superb. It remains the best tournament in Europe for my two pen. From a personal point of view, it was disastrous. I think I played really badly in a couple of pots and won them, and then I played...
That's always a good idea.
Played quite well in a couple of pots. Got screwed. That's like normal, standard.
Welcome to Dublin.
Always have a good time here in Dublin, and I've gone deep in this tournament a few times, made the final, but this year got really close, but not quite close enough.
I mean, you can forget about the World Series. This is it. This is the venue. This is the tournament.
All right, yeah, I gotta get out of there.
Who knew? Great voice. Jessie May has been with the players through their triumphs and the sadness today. Who are you so annoyed to see go today? A lot of people went. Good players.
You know, I'm a huge fan of Irish poker history, and for me today was about great performances from some of the Irish poker stalwarts. Guys like Padraig Parkinson, Donald Fagan, Surinder Sunar, former champion Mickey Finn. They all made the money, but are sadly out now.
And they did make the money, but it's not really about the money. It's about the kudos, and it's about winning the Irish Open, isn't it?
I think so. I mean, there's something about that list of former champions. You know, Noel Furlong was won it 3 times, Alan Betts, and of course Marty Smith last year. And that's what the players want. And we're going to have a new champion this year.
Yes, and of course our final feature table tomorrow. Now, while we were just chatting before the cameras went on, we lost another player, Spellman.
Yeah, Mark Spellman out in 10th, just 9 now. We're looking like Neil Channing is going to be the chip leader at the final table. Englishman, be very popular winners, got a lot of friends over, big crowd, but I think the crowd support is going to be behind guys like Donald Norton and John Keown from the north. They got a lot of friends here, and they're going to be very loud tomorrow.
So that's who the crowd are going to be supporting. Everyone at home wants to know who you're going to be supporting. Who's your favourite?
I mean, I've been very impressed by some of the guys who have had a lot of moves and have still been within themselves, like Kai Paulson and Elik Lecharvec. Both of those guys have cruised this field, but it's anybody's game.
It is anyone's game. We've got that to look forward to next time. So the final of the PaddyPowerPoker.com Irish Open. Until then, bye-bye.